Hello everybody and welcome. I'm William Power, that's Terry Babelis. This is MFL Total Access. This is where the action happens. And boy do we have an action-packed week.
Before we start, got some breaking news.
Do we?
That phone call we just had
Yes?
from our great fan of the show and friend,
Yes.
Jaff,
Oh yes.
second guessing his whole life.
If any of you
I
guys
think
know
it's MFL worthy to share.
Yes, if any of you guys know a local therapist that Jaff can talk to, Jaff is considering changing his favorite NFL team. And I thought this was a joke at first. I gotta say it's surprising, but life as a Cowboys fan must be tough.
It's literally breaking news.
Like literally breaking news. And I've always joked about him, like, look, stop being. I feel bad for you being a Cowboys fan. You could always jump on the Dolphins bandwagon, but I think he's taking it seriously now.
Yeah. Going through some tough times.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he will become a Dolphins fan, but he narrowed his team down to 3 teams. He's gonna do that famous hat thing. You know, which player chooses their college team? You get the 3 hats, and you go, He's gonna pick one, and it's gonna be live on YouTube Monday at noon.
Yeah. Make sure you tune in.
Yeah, under Jafar/71 Hassan.
Besides that, no Kevin this weekend. For the first time in ever, I think.
I went home and I was like, why don't I have a migraine today? And I was like, no, Kevin wasn't there.
I was thinking shoot, we won't have any water at the field, but Nick is able to carry that cooler on his own.
That was mad respect. I stole 4 waters. And I was really worried that 100% since Kevin wasn't there that we'd all be thirsty, but Nick came up clutch.
Yeah,
good stuff.
We don't even need Kevin anymore.
That is true, we never did. But
He did come up clutch, Nick, to do the fields and all that on his own.
How did Nick get to the fields?
He drives now.
What?
Yeah.
He's 14.
Yeah, and he got his driver's license before you.
He actually drove by himself to the fields, seriously.
Yes.
And set
That's
up the
what you
fields.
could do when you have a driver's license.
And he set up the fields by himself.
All alone. Making the big bucks now.
Damn. He was already making big bucks. Now he's making
bigger
bucks. With capital B.
What he's going to do with
2 capital B's.
I wonder what he's going to do with all that money. Anything else?
What week just passed? It's always hard to remember because there's buys.
4, 3, 4?
Well, think about it. Our record with Thunder Buddies is 2-1. We've had 1 bye.
Week 5 is coming up.
Okay, so exactly. Week 4 just passed.
Yeah.
And you actually reffed a lot of the lower division games this week.
Yes, I got a bunch of notes here. Can't wait to share.
Nice.
I reffed, I think, 2D4, 2D5 games.
Really?
To get some love. Yeah.
100%. And they deserve it, right? Talked about with, I forget that, these guys are ballers too. They're just the hidden gems of the MFL.
Talked about with I forget?
Yeah, I completely forget. Was it with you? No, probably wasn't with you. Was it with Jaff? No, it wasn't with Jaff. It was with John. I think it was with John.
Okay.
Can't remember. And
It was on the show?
I think so.
I'm your agent?
Yeah, you should remember what I said with who and when I said it.
Yeah.
It was a fun weekend though.
Yeah.
I try to remember there was a lot of cool things that happened this weekend.
The MFL get together?
Yes! Sunday, MFL get together. I knew there was something I had to say. MFL get together. Thank you for all 4 people that showed up. That's a good one, eh? No, there was more than 4 people.
So wet.
I'm always sweating, bro. When you're hard at work like me, I'm always sweating. No, but shout out to John, and I believe it was his cousin that owned the place.
Friend.
Not his cousin.
He might be a cousin also, but he said friend.
But yeah, we had the zone set up, and it was a great time. So a lot of people there.
You must have been happy you had the Miami Dolphins front and center.
I did, and we could hear the Dolphins game being broadcasted. But it was cool with all the TVs. We had the zone, we had different games on. We had Red Zone. That was a blast. So shout out for real to everybody that came. It was really fun, and food was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
For a bar place.
Yeah.
I know I ordered you the wrong drink, and you gave me SHIT for it, but that was perfect.
I have to repeat 3 times and come back with a different drink. Anyway.
Yeah.
Division 1.
Before we jump into that, don't think I forgot big breaking news times 2 for Terry Babelis. Terry Babelis, the man to my left, got into the Hall of Fame as a rusher. For real, Terry, one of the dominant rushers, arguably probably the most dominant rusher.
Anytime you're going to say anything nice, eh?
Yes, and trust me, I want to get through this really fast, and I'm anxious inside. No, but leading Division 1 in sacks, leading Division 2 in sacks, which is incredible. And still being able to keep up with that lead with your injury and give people time to
catch up a little bit.
To catch up, so it was all done on purpose. But I remember a few times you were rushing. You never really rushed on the same team as me, but I remember when it was Henchmen against the Outlaws. you'd have like those quiet first halves. In the second half, you get like 4 sacks on one drive and completely dominate the game. You know, like you don't always appear on the stat sheet there, but you're able to force bad passes for the quarterbacks and stuff like that. And like something you talk about as a rusher too, like you won't always appear on the stat sheet, but like your game, your level of importance to the Outlaws has been evident since they, you know, the streak stopped, right? And Remy's a good rusher, but obviously he's not you. And so congrats on that.
Thank you.
And obviously, I guess we say bigger news. Getting a Hall of Fame as a what do you call it?
Builder.
A builder. So since you came into the league, basically you've been doing John's job without John having to do much. Like literally, you're John now, doing the scheduling and all that. Seriously, you're doing great with the MFL. And I think like when you were on Greece there, sending out those emails to everybody and like keeping on track with everything and like texting me and finding out guys who could ref the game, even when you're on vacation, shows like the love you have for MFL. So definitely,
appreciate that.
Yeah, times two awards there for you. Double Hall of Fame. Sunday was a pretty fun day for you, but well deserved.
You're gonna go all Joe Buck on me now?
Well deserved. Yeah, Joe Buck to Troy Aikman. Yeah, no, that's where it stops.
Mention it every time.
Yeah, no, definitely
on
not.
The show at Hall of Famer Terry Bablis' place.
This was the only minute and 30 seconds I'm going to praise you, so take it. Well deserved.
So we also have 2 other inductees to the Hall of Fame.
We do.
Other breaking news, because you're not even aware of this.
I'll
be announcing them on the show.
Oh, what's new?
Well, first of all, for those curious, you have to have played 10 seasons in the MFL to be considered have the chance to be a Hall of Famer.
Not 10 years, right?
No, 5 years, 10 seasons.
Right.
Winter
season count?
No, winter seasons do not count.
Wow.
Those seasons are not real seasons for Hall of Fame purposes.
Yeah.
As of right now.
Yeah.
Because before, like the winter season was like 2 teams, so kind of thing, you know.
For sure.
There's one more player and one more builder that got nominated in this year.
And how did you know this and I didn't? Yeah. Okay. Enough said.
Well, I'll tell you why I know this, because something that John does really right and gets these little cool trophies for like
they were
Hall
sick.
of Fame.
They are sick.
Put it right here for now. And the 2 guys that are gonna need to come see me on Saturday, just like give them theirs, because John's gonna be at the other field with the kids.
That's true.
And he wants to take pictures.
Okay.
So without further ado, the next one has been a long-time member of Les Gros Coqs.
Okay.
Has been, I think, in the league almost since the very beginning.
Okay.
It's actually very fitting because this player is the one who brought me into the MFL. Before I was part of MFL, he asked me to go sub for one of his teams.
Okay, I don't know this.
In the MFL. And I remember it was against Kraken, like way back. And that's how I discovered the MFL. He's won Defensive Player of the Year in D1. He's also won Best Rusher in D1.
To
mention, when he won Best Defensive Player, he wasn't even rushing. He won it as a DB.
Okay.
Best defensive player. The next year, he's like, I'll just focus on rushing because it fits the team best.
Okay.
He wins best rusher.
Yeah.
He has 3 championships. He's top 5. Let me get it right here. He's 7th all time in the touchdowns in D1. He's 5th all time in sacks, and he's 1st all time in pass in PDs.
This guy sounds like a stud.
Yeah, he's a stud. And it's Tommy.
I was gonna say, did he get the game-winning touchdown against the Outlaws?
He did get the game-winning touchdown.
I got it on film. So what an incredible week for him, beating the Outlaws on that TD, and I didn't know all those stats.
Yeah, and he doesn't know it either. So hopefully he tunes the show.
Tommy, congrats. Yeah, and I haven't been in the league long, but again, when I was playing with the henchmen, I could tell you that Tommy as a rusher was a menace to deal with. And I think like how funny it is that like
a lot of QB's problems.
But like a rusher and a DB, right? It's not just like one of those like to be able to do, and he's obviously a good offensive weapon too.
Because when you're like primarily a rusher, usually you think that's your best position, but Tommy's just like a crazy good defensive player,
right?
That can literally play any position, right? Because usually people are like, I could play any position except for like rushing and snapper kind of thing, or he could literally play any position.
Right.
He's even filled in for Dom at quarterback a couple of times. I think it was before you were in the season. But I remember with like OG Panthers, we played them. He was even the quarterback there.
Damn.
So congratulations, Tommy.
That's awesome.
Very happy for you. And yeah, like just great guy, great player.
Yeah. You're the heart and soul of that team.
He's literally been there since the beginning.
Good vocal leader. Like when Tommy's there. Like he's a guy. Okay, guys, let's get our shit together. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's great. Good stuff.
Were you gonna did you want to guess before? That's what you said before?
Yes, I had a feeling it was Tommy. When you said, at first I didn't know who it was, and then I had a feeling, and then when you said Russia, I said,
I kind of didn't want you to guess, because imagine you guessed like not the right player, and I'm
no,
it's not him.
That would have kind of sucked.
Yeah.
But all those members on Go Cluck will be in the Hall of Fame eventually. So
it's also hard to get 10 seasons in. Like,
yeah, it is.
Because a season also counts. You have to have played at least 5 games that year. Like eligible for the playoffs. That's how we counted that season.
Right.
And it was 10 seasons before the spring season started.
Okay, got you.
Because the people that voted for it during the spring season.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
So some people must have 10 now.
Yeah.
And they're wondering, but
we're gonna vote.
So you have to have like 10 before the spring of that year.
Got you.
Wait for next year.
Good stuff, Tommy.
And did you want to say anything else, or we continue to the builder that made it in?
No, I think like it kind of just shows how fitting that Tommy got the game-winning TD.
Yeah.
Right against.
We'll talk about that game.
Yeah, exactly. Against Outlaws, and then also getting that trophy.
Here, I also got the builder one for the second guy here. So I asked John to give me like a little description of what for him is the builder, because for a player to make it in the Hall of Fame, it's pretty self-evident, right?
Yeah.
He goes to the stats, see the impact he adds, like any other sports where there's Hall of Fame.
For sure.
And to John specifically, and to the other Hall of Fame inductees already, the builder inductees are people who have contributed to the growth of the MFL, often through ideas, creating media, physically helping, and spreading the word. So the next player is our boy, Matt Demers.
Hey, let's go.
Matt's someone from the early days, contributed to the expansion of the MFL.
Yeah.
He's been there since the very beginning, or almost very beginning.
Yeah.
And when it was like in his like MFL was just a child, like a newborn.
Yeah.
And there was only a few teams, no real idea what was going on with the MFL. It was just like kind of pickup games. And Matt brought in players. He had done an initial podcast a while ago. He writes for the Brossard, the MFL Brossard.
Yes, in French.
In French, and with less mistakes than Kevin.
Yes.
He also gives those beautiful images that we use.
Yes, they're awesome.
For the article. Sometimes John forgets to use them, and Matt sends them to us on the side. Always hilarious.
Still get a good laugh, yeah.
He's just a great guy.
Yeah.
And literally what the MFL is all about. And he's won like the Sportsmanship Award countless times. All his teams always have great attitudes. You always see him with a smile on his face and a beer in his hand and a cigarette in the other hand.
Yeah.
So he's really what the MFL is all about.
I think to sum it up is if you play in the MFL, you know who Matt is.
Yeah.
Whether you've been on the same team as him, whether you haven't, whether you played against him or not, whether you play in the same division as him or not. And I think that's like awesome in the sense that not only did he bring in guys, but I think that with the teammates he has, he makes it a more enjoyable experience for them.
For sure.
And it was funny, I subbed on Jackrabbits a few times in Brossard, and like even when he's on the bench or like he's saying things and like he really embodies what the MFL is about in terms of being a family. And I think I'm super, super happy, and that's super well deserved. And yeah, not only is he like a solid player, a guy that's just everywhere in the MFL, right? Like you said, Brossard, he's there in Saturday leagues, he's quarterbacked, he's the guy that you want on your team, and a guy that when you need help, he's going to be the first guy to lend a helping hand.
100%. So congrats, Matt.
Hey, good stuff. I'm happy. Matt.
If I think you're not playing on any teams, I don't know if you're subbing this Saturday, but if you could show up at the field so we could take a picture together with the trophies, John would really appreciate that. Yeah.
Gotcha. Now this all makes sense.
Can't tell you everything, right?
No, that's true. Wait, don't tell me much. But that is awesome. And even Terry just being, when Matt was on the show a few months ago, like he was talking about when MFL first started and the love he had for the game. So if you're wondering why he got a Hall of Fame award, you just got to watch that show.
Yeah. Really happy for everyone.
Well, that's awesome. Both these guys. Yeah. Happy for 3 people. 1, 2, 3.
Should we leave the trophies up for the rest of the show, or?
Yeah, you can keep bragging. I actually like them. They're cool because they're see-through, so you get to see my biceps.
They're really nice.
Yeah.
They're really, really nice.
Yeah, they're beautiful. This says Hall of Fame here. Bill Derek, Terry Babelis, inductee 2022. It's just clean.
Yeah, it's really clean. Yeah. Like that's one thing that John still takes care of, and I don't think I can do a better job.
The one thing he gets right that gets right.
Anyway,
good stuff, man.
Do we recap the game?
Yeah, I think we're done crying again. You need a little Kleenex, or I think we're good now.
So
D1.
Crazy week. Outlaws Gold Cup. Let's start with that one.
I think it's only fitting. So
64-58.
Okay, so we know Outlaws are famous for comebacks. Was I playing a game at the same time? Yeah, I was. I was playing a game with Master Chiefs, and when you told me the score, it was 30-20 at half, I believe. I remember the score was 30-20 at one point. Okay.
Gold Cup were up 10.
Yes, you told me Gold Cup were at 10 at halftime, and I was like, "Are you serious? Like that's crazy." And you were like, "Yeah." I checked the score. And it was 58-58, and I was like, "This is." I could hear guys whispering about the game, and I was like, "Hey, either this is a blowout for Gokak because they're the underdogs and they're up by 10, or it's a super high scoring game and it's bananas." And it ended up being the latter. I'm trying to think of a better game. Like if you're trying to write it up, Terry, I don't think it could have been. Or like a big play in this game. Obviously, the play of the game, was the last play of the touchdown. But there was a big fourth down where the Gokak did a double quarterback. Dave shot.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
I was going to talk about that. Isn't it a copycat league now? Everyone's in the double quarterback.
Yeah.
And it was Tommy dropping back, right?
It was Tom. I believe it was Tommy dropping back, and then it was Dom throwing a dart to Vince on the out. That was just enough for the first down. That was beautiful. That was fourth down. It doesn't give Outlaws a chance to win the game in regulation, and it gives Gokak a chance to win a game in regulation, which they did.
One thing that sticks out to me, like obviously besides the score, and like I'll talk about the statistics, individual statistics after, but like, so
I didn't do Uber Eats.
Oh,
you do now?
Can you do it while I'm talking?
Yeah, sure.
Can you focus on what I'm saying?
Yeah, sorry, we promised we'd do Uber Eats during the show because Terry won 2 awards.
So, Gokak score to take the lead by 4 with 6 minutes left. They get the 2-point convert to go up 6.
6. What's the score? Exact score?
58-52 for Gokak.
This is like literally like a Big 12 game.
Steve gets the ball back with 6 minutes left. You figure he could kill all 6 minutes, score, get a 1-point convert, win the game, right? He scores in 2 plays. 40 bomb to Svetna. Ties the game up at 58-58. Fails on the convert. Gokak get the ball back with 5 minutes remaining. And Dom LaFleur pulls a Steve. And he burns the last 5 minutes, taking it down to the very, very, very last play and wins it on that.
So I've always been of the mindset, and I've told Steve this before, where if you score, you score.
Yeah.
You don't worry about wasting time. But when you're able to do that and score literally on the last play of the game, I don't think you can write it.
It comes back to bite you back in the you-know-what if you don't end up scoring, right?
Touché.
And the way this game was playing, you'd think in the last 5 minutes there could have been 4 or 5 scores.
Right.
Like I didn't speak to Dom about that, but I just noticed it now. I want to know if like his mindset was to do that, or it just so happened with the place he was calling, the defense that the Outlaws were playing.
I was gonna ask you that same question.
Yeah, I don't know, but I guess we gotta ask Steve. Why do you score so fast?
I'm okay with that. I know that's not Steve's bread and butter, but I'm okay with that. You score, you score. I know points were definitely not at a premium in the game, but I just don't think you could quote unquote waste plays. I've never been in that mindset.
Yeah. Both quarterbacks combining for almost 800 yards, 17 touchdowns.
Can you read Steve's stats out?
Yeah, 22 for 25, 375, 8 touchdowns, 2 picks.
So he threw 1 incompletion.
Yeah, well, 2 to the other team.
Okay, but like 1 pass hit the ground.
1 ball that he threw, hit the exactly.
Or caught out of bounds.
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
Dom threw 59 times, 44 completions, 370 yards, 9 touchdowns, 1 pick. That pick being a gorgeous pick 6 by Rory filling in at the rusher for, I think, that drive only almost. He also ran 10 times for 52 yards and another touchdown. So Dom 10 total touchdowns in this game.
This game was like 4 games in 1. Like how? Like who was scoring? But you know what's funny? I was gonna say. It's quite ironic. We talk about Gabby running the time, but it's as if Gabby made up for ending games early that he made this game like 4 halves. So this game was 2 games. Like, how do they have time? How did Dom have time to throw 60 balls? How did Steve have time to throw 7 touchdowns? Like did each team have 8 timeouts?
No one had 7. No one had 7.
No one had what?
No one had 7 touchdowns.
What?
Steve had 8 touchdowns. Dom had 9.
My apologies.
Outlaws had 4 players with 75 yards and more. Gokak had 3 players with 78 yards or more. Vince balling out in this game. 13 receptions, 109 yards. Going Travis Kelce on those Outlaws.
No gloves, Vince. No gloves.
He wasn't wearing gloves.
He doesn't wear gloves.
He never wears
gloves.
No,
it's crazy.
Wow. So this game was crazy.
I swear, like when you were talking about the game, like I was getting shivers.
Tommy getting 3 touchdowns for the Cox. Rory getting 3 for the Outlaws.
Unbelievable. I can't order and talk at the same time.
And like there was defense in this game. Etienne picked off Steve twice in this game.
But that's what I mean. And there was a pick 6 involved.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not as if like both defenses played. Well, I guess both defenses played poorly, but not as poorly as you would expect.
Is the one at Saint Jacques open?
Yeah.
I think Saint Jacques is more of a.
This is Saint Jacques.
It's contre Saint Luc.
Oh shoot! Yeah, good call. See, I told you I can't do 2 things at the same time. But Terry, something I want to say is I really think, and after the game, a few days later, we spoke with a few guys from the Gokak with Steve, and it was like the Gokak and I agreed that I think they saved their season in that game. Like I know it's early, and I know going to 0-3 is not like a kill shot.
Yeah.
But I said last week on the show that Gokuk have to win this game no matter who they're playing, whether they're playing a bunch of Inductees or a bunch of Randy Mosses. And they came out and won this game. I don't think you could have written a better script for Gokuk than the way they won. I think even if they won this game 60-0, this was a more impressive win because of how they had to battle in this game.
Not only that, if you know, there was a bunch of people talking about this game at the field.
Yes.
If one of those players who don't know Outlaws, don't know Gokuk, like newer players to the MFL,
yes,
walked up and you told them that team there that just won,
yeah,
was 0-2 coming into this game,
right,
in D1,
right,
no one would believe them. Because the way they played there, they looked like a championship team, right?
100%.
Like, if that was the only game you saw of them, like, yes, maybe their defense played a little poorly, but, like,
yeah.
offensively, like...
But D1, that's what you expect, right? You expect there to be, like, stops at a, like, at an inconsistent rate. Like, you don't expect many stops.
Yeah. You may see more consistency for Gokuk from this game, building off of it, and going forward, right? Like, pulling 2, 3, 4... Okay,
huge win.
If they could win like that, like...
Yeah.
Their offense is unstoppable, right?
Yeah.
And it's not as if they played like Outlaws in D1 have a good defense. It's not the Outlaws D2 defense that you were talking about here, right?
Touche.
Speaking about saving their season, after that loss, Outlaws needed a win to save their season.
They did.
To not fall 1-3 against the Iron Wolves.
That's true.
That was a good segue.
That was very good. You want to listen to that? That was actually
coffee do you want?
Just normal black, 2 cream, 1 sugar, please. Yes, Outlaws. Iron Wolves in this one. Shoot, unfortunately, the Outlaws had lost their first one, so they came into this game with extra momentum. This was a good game. Outlaws, I would say, they didn't dominate, but they controlled from start to finish here. You know what I mean? It was one of those games where it was like, the game was never really in doubt. We had chances. We drove up on the field. Chris actually quarterbacked for Iron Wolves in this game. And we didn't score on our first possession. The Outlaws did. The Outlaws, I believe, took a 12-0 lead. And they're not a team that's going to blow leads. Defensively, the Outlaws played well. Remy, I believe, got 2 sacks in that one. Steve played very efficiently, had a very good game. And it was like, Terry, when I say Smuda had 10 catches in this game, 9 of his catches were the exact same way. It was like a deep route or a wheel stop, and we just couldn't cover it. And
the
Steve
exact
was throwing
same way, but you mentioned 2 different routes.
Yeah,
I'm doing something else, but I'm still paying attention.
No, it was like a wheel stop out and like an out. Like,
what kind of McFlurry do you want?
Score, please. Large. Smuda just makes it look
they
so...
Don't have score.
What do you mean they don't have score?
Oreo, Kit Kat, or Smarties?
I can't do this, bro. Oreo, please.
Okay. No chocolate syrup or no chocolate syrup?
No chocolate syrup, thanks.
The big one or the small one?
Big one. Smuda, all 10 of his catches were almost identical. Or I'd say 9 of the 10 were identical. Just like soaking the ball in, like absorbing it like he always does there. Great stuff there. Iron Wolves, we had a good game. I think that we just didn't capitalize. There was a few times we got to the red zone. We had a chance near the end of the half to score when we were down by 8. We didn't. Credit the Outlaws defense. They came up when it mattered. They didn't have a great game, but they had a good game. They had a solid game. And when it mattered, they really came up clutch. Steve distributed the ball well. I know Smuda had the most catches, but Marvin had a quiet-ish game, but still got 3 touchdowns in this one. Jaff, I believe, caught quite a few balls, and Smuda doing his thing. So it was a good team win by the Outlaws, and I think a win that they needed. For us, we got to bounce back. We were 1-0, losing 2 straight games. Now we got a big game this weekend coming up against Centurions, who are outside of the playoff spot looking in, and right now we're just in that last playoff spot for now. So great win by the Outlaws, but it's we got to bounce back next week.
Trollers, who were first and had a bye week this week, couldn't have asked for better things to happen, right? Like, they just extended the leads. Like, had you guys won or Outlaws won both their games, they would have been inching closer, right?
Exactly. They're sitting there looking pretty. That's exactly what they wanted.
18 got the forfeit win over Centurions.
Yeah.
Who didn't show up, but at least let us know ahead of time so we could put a team in.
That's true. That's true.
But still, don't forget, the first tiebreaker now is forfeits.
That's good. Thank you for reminding the public
and
reminding me. I completely forgot about that. So, forfeits over wins?
In a multi-team tie. In head-to-head, it'll still be head-to-head.
What if it's 1-1 in the series?
Sorry? Oh, if it's... okay, like if you split and then...
would let's say between 2 teams. Let's say between Iron Wolves and Outlaws. If we went 1-1 in the season, we both finished 6-4.
Or let's say you, Iron Wolves and Centurions now, who actually did forfeit a game.
Right, exactly. And then let's say we finish with the same amount of wins. Or, no, that wouldn't make sense. No, wait, because wins and ties... You know what I'm trying to say? I don't know what I'm trying to say.
I don't know what you're trying to say either.
You don't?
No.
Okay, but what is it the first tiebreak forfeits over
amongst
wins?
two teams, it has nothing to do with the forfeits.
Okay.
But
How?
What do you mean how? Let's say you and Centurions are tied. You guys split 1-1.
Yeah.
Well, if it's 1-1, then we're going to look at points against.
Not forfeits.
No, but if it's you outlaw Centurions, all three you tied, and you guys all went 1-1.
Got you.
Well, Centurions are out.
Okay. No matter what points against, no matter who won against who.
Teams have forfeited. A team that has forfeited a game during the season automatically loses any tiebreakers.
I like that rule.
Yeah, but it could also be in head-to-head, right?
What could?
Like, you could also take it into account in head-to-head.
Forfeits?
Yeah. Like, let's say you're tied with Centurions.
Yeah.
Why... You guys never forfeited a game, they did. Maybe you should automatically be in.
Right, but it's not that.
It's not that. It's only in multi-team ties.
That's quite strange.
What do you think the logic goes behind that?
No logic.
I'll take a note of that.
Yep.
So
I think John closed his eyes and decided to pick, and it just happened to be that way.
Division 2?
Div 2. Yes. Man, that was good stuff already. That was a good jam-packed D1.
Yeah. We're already like half an hour in.
Yes, let's hurry this up.
Oh yeah, Red Raiders, nice TDs.
I didn't see the game.
You got some of it, no?
I did. I was doing something else at the same time. I forget what I was doing. I think I was reffing.
Probably not.
No, I didn't ref any games this weekend. What the heck was I doing?
You're subbing for evidence.
Thank you. I was subbing for evidence, and it was score for score.
This was like a D1 game. This was literally like a D1 game.
The emotion,
the players, talent.
Exactly, the players, the talent, the way they were scoring. It was a barn burner. It was a dogfight. Seriously. It was a straight up dogfight.
Yeah, and like midway through the first half, the score was 16-12.
Okay.
And even after Red Raiders scored on their third touchdown, they still got no converts. They were up 18-16.
Okay.
It was a 2-point game, but Raiders had a full touchdown over, and that just goes to show how good Dave is on those converts, right?
Yeah.
Like I know he didn't run any like reverses and anything special that he does, but he still got a couple of 2-point converts in to make the score closer, especially early on in the game.
Yeah.
And half the team on Red Raiders had played with Dave.
Yeah.
They know how he thinks.
Yeah,
two of them have the same last name as him.
Yes, that is true.
And
they came out of the same you-know-what.
Yeah, and he still managed to score on 2 points. And, like, he has to be one of the top quarterbacks.
I think he's the best at 2-point convert.
2-point convert wise.
I think Steve is a close second, but I think David...
It depends who Steve has with him on the field.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, that was one note I had of that game. I was watching them score the 2-point converts and watching Red Raiders not get theirs.
Yeah.
Another thing that really like shifted this game.
Yeah.
Score was 24-16.
Yeah.
Last play of the half, Red Raiders deep in their zone. Could have punted it, taken a knee. They go double quarterback. Mike throws a lateral to Dylan. Dylan launches it while the ball's in the air. Mike's like, damn, I could have done that. Like, throw it back to me, you know? Like, I have an arm too. The ball gets tipped in the end zone, and it gets caught by Jerome Hubbington.
Jerome, Iron Wolf, I love him.
And they get the 1 point. So instead of going into the half up just a possession, they went in the half up 2 possessions. And I believe they even got...
they were winning by 8.
They were winning by 8.
Oh, my God.
And they extended their lead to...
to 15,
yeah,
15. I guess. I saw the aftermath of it. I saw Mike running over and hugging Dylan.
Yeah.
And then the Red Raiders celebrating. And you could kind of just tell it was like a last play of the half heave.
Yeah. And then Niceties get the ball start the second half. Dave throws a pick on that first play.
Yeah, like down 15 with them having the ball.
But they did claw back a little bit towards the end.
Yeah, well, it only ended up being an 8-point game, right?
Yeah. Too little too late, though.
Yeah. But I totally get what you're saying, Terry. It felt like a D1 game. There was some chatter going on.
Yeah,
some
a lot
friendly
of chatter.
Bickering. It was a physical game. It was a game that both teams really wanted. Like, brother against brothers.
Yeah.
Former teammates against former teammates.
Dylan and Andrew both with 3 touchdowns. Marvin with 4 on his side. Dave throwing for 6. Mike throwing for 7 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Only 1 interception for Mike versus Dave's 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Incredible
Ashton had a nice
game.
catch at the end.
He did. I believe it was the only catch of the game, surprisingly. Because Dave and him have a good connection.
Yeah. He also got a 2 point.
Okay.
Like maybe he caught it from someone else.
Both these teams have high-powered offense.
Yes. And it was crazy because coming into this game, you wouldn't have thought that Inductees were the undefeated team, and Red Raiders were the winless.
But that's what I said before when I made predictions last week. I did pick Inductees, but I said I wouldn't be surprised if the undefeated team loses.
I believe I picked Red Raiders, right?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Another crazy game. Thunder Buddies Marvels going into overtime.
48-47, I believe the final score was, with 3 games in Division 2, all 3 of them super tight. Man, Terry, this was a roller coaster of emotions. There was ups, there was downs. For a high-scoring game, it was really defensive plays made in this game that came up clutch. Max having 2 interceptions.
A pick 6 at the end.
The only 2 interceptions that Steve threw in the game were to the other quarterback, Max, who also used to be, still is a very good defender, but used to play defense full-time. Getting a pick 6. And I'd say, the play that really changed this game was Manu was rushing. We rotated rushers, and he got a tip ball on Max. Obviously, we talked about it's not easy to intercept Max. No. Ball goes right to Jaff, right place, right time. Unless you're Jaff, 100%. Right place, right time. Intercepted there. Great play by Manu. He knew he wasn't going to get to Max in time. Stuck up his hands. Ball got tipped. Jaff got the interception. And then from there, it was really score for score. Converts came up big. And we ended up winning the game. It was 48-47 in OT. It was an incredible game.
After Max's pick 6, they were only up 5. That 1-point convert to Haney was huge.
Right.
And that's what helped them bring it overtime, because then Thunder Buddies scored almost the last play.
And then we didn't get the extra point.
No.
Would you have went for 2 if you were the if you were the Marvels and up by 5? Let's say you're up by 5, you go for 2.
I think I tend to do that, but not for any legit reason.
Okay, default?
Yeah, well, no, because I say, if you get it, you're up 7.
The other team has to get a convert.
And they're more than likely going to go for 2.
Yeah.
To not go in overtime.
Right.
But I don't know, I think maybe the smart thing to do is to go for 1.
Yeah.
Higher chance of getting it, and then you're assured of still having a chance after they get the touchdown, right?
For sure. Yeah, no, I think ultimately there's no right or wrong call there. But we scored our TD, and they stopped us in the convert, and then we were able to get the win in overtime.
Yep.
Yeah, super fun game. And Tennant losing to Jagerbaum 28-24.
Yeah, just want to say Rooney balled out in this game in the loss. 7-113, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. 7-113 or 131?
113. And on Thunder Buddies with great ball distribution, you had almost everyone with at least a receiving touchdown.
Yeah.
A bunch of yards and a bunch of catches for a lot of players.
Yeah.
3 different guys getting an interception.
Mm-hmm. It was a solid game.
Now you're talking about Tannant, Jagerbaum.
And Robin that game had 10 catches. And
10 catches. And he's probably the one that
subbed the most by far.
Yeah.
He was kind of tired. I believe he played before.
He probably had 5 games that day.
Yeah, 100%. Maybe even 6, even though there's only 5 slots. But he played well. Super well. Yeah, I know. I was trying to see if he'd catch it. Don't worry. Rob, super well. Continuing that Thunder Buddies connection at the receiver position.
Yeah. So when you look at the box score here, you see Vincent Dion for Tannant going 17 for 35, 231 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
Simon Duchesne matching those touchdowns at 4, but getting 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
Throwing for 60 less yards on 5 more completions. You would think that Tannant probably had the advantage here, right?
I would assume so.
But Jagerbaum are the ones that come up on top.
28-24.
I didn't really see any of this game.
I didn't see much of it. I saw Jagerbaum's first score, and then I saw Tannant's first possession where I don't think they scored on their first possession. They got deep in the red zone, didn't score, and a guy I've been talking about a lot on Tannant, even in the losing effort, was Simon Anctil.
Yeah.
This guy's a stud, and he was kind of playing second fiddle to Farhan, but now...
There's a Vincent Anctil.
It's what?
There's a Vincent Anctil who had 7 catches for 131 yards and 3 touchdowns.
This was Vincent Anctil.
But where was Simon?
Not Simon Anctil? Okay, Vincent... Okay, so...
Is that a real player?
Yes, it is.
Simon?
He made a crazy catch in the game, the Thunder Buddies game. Yes, it is. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Okay, so it completely scratched what I said, even though Simon is a baller. This guy, his brother's also a baller too. Tall, really good hands, and really big wingspan. Catch any ball on his way. He made a super nice catch playing against Thunder Buddies. So, honestly, he's just as good as his brother. So I'm not really surprised that he balled out.
Louis Mathieu filled in pretty well for Simon at the quarterback. Now he gets to go receiver 4 catches, 59 yards, and 1 touchdown. Last time he played a full season, he was the MVP for OG Panthers back in the spring 2021.
Yes.
Maxime Marsan, 11 catches for 51 yards. I'm guessing he filled in for GF Delos at the snapper position.
Starting snapper, yeah.
Yeah, and a touchdown. And then you also had Félix Fontaine-Larouche getting 2 touchdowns on 3 catches.
Damn, productive.
Yeah.
It's cool to see like all 3 games being so close in Division 2.
Well, Division 2 is very, very close.
Mm-hmm.
Could also probably be because Spritz Gang
didn't play.
Yeah,
see what happens with them this week.
Yeah. So Division 3?
Let's go.
You want to start with your game?
Sure. Div 3, our game. Master Chiefs, Double Dippers.
Player of the week coming in from this game?
The one and only Mike Jazz.
The GM.
GM, captain, name it. He balled out in this game. 11 catches, 2 touchdowns. And he was just doing a really good job getting open. And I wasn't like a lot of like the plays. My first read isn't my snapper, but he just seemed to be open and he seemed to kind of find that spot. Really good, solid hands, and just we have a good connection going for first time playing together. A very smart player. He was player of the week, super well deserved. So congrats, Mike. Proud of you. Game started off with a pick by me. I threw a pick on my very first play.
You also got it back after, right?
Yes, I got a pick 6 on the next drive. I had to. I said, boys, I let the team down.
I saw you sprinting. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, you never seen me run that fast.
R1.
I got a pick 6.
You were locked in and focused.
Yeah, I was like seeing that goal line. It was exactly that. Steve taught me well. So I saw that goal line. Leon actually caught up to me and just missed the flag.
Wow.
But we had a really good game. We scored in every possession except that first one, the pick. Defensively we played well. Leon looked comfortable for most of the game, but there were times where Tyler was missing the flag, but still kind of getting onto Leon. Leon would run for 2-3 yards, so it was still kind of a win for the defense type thing. So I think even though Tyler didn't get a bunch of sacks in this game, he still played a big role. We were good on both sides, and I think that
Is Tyler your full-time rusher?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that we're playing these guys again. I think next time it'll be a closer game. But we after that first drive we locked in and we settled down.
Did you get to see any of the Panache Arnold's game?
I did. I saw
the rematch of the week before.
Yes, I
went
saw
the other way.
Later the second half, Chris was throwing for Arnold this time instead of John. Felix seemed to have his way running the football, passing the football, buying time. He had a really good game. Played smart, played efficiently. It was his game, his typical good game. And
pretty good stats he put up.
Yeah, shout out to Panache's defense because I believe they got how many interceptions did they get?
A lot.
Yep, a lot is the correct answer.
Felix got 2 of them, and Jeremy Trudell got another 2, including a pick 6.
Yeah, so 4 interceptions for Panache. Chris isn't the guy that throws many interceptions.
No, he doesn't.
And this Iron Wolves team, even without Chris as a receiver, still has some solid players. Getting a Gaboucher to play for them in this game. And
he's not on the roster anymore?
I don't know. He's on Rossas in D3.
Oh, really?
Yep, he's on Rossas in Division 3.
Did he how did he get picked up by Rossas?
Your guess is as good as
He
mine.
went from one non-playoff team to another non-playoff team?
Yeah, and I picked. Remember I said I picked Rossas. He was biting me and it bit me. I think I could pick against them again.
You're never gonna pick them again, eh?
I probably will, but who knows? Yeah, all that to say that Panache stepped it up and they split 1-1. I think, I did pick Iron Wolves to win this game, but these two teams are evenly matched. Splitting them in back-to-back weeks makes sense to me. Good win. Is it Panache's first win of the season?
Let me check that out. It is.
Nice. Good stuff. That's one they needed.
So, Rossas, Bin. What's going on? I didn't see this game.
Me neither. Now, Bin are a good team. We've seen 2 different types of bin. We see good bin, stale, and bad bin, old expired beans.
The ones that have been there for a long time in the
that
fridge.
have been your grandmother opened and forgot to put them away. In this game, we saw the good beans.
Yeah.
And they came to play. They came ready. They won a tight one. I don't know what to say about Rossas. Yvon Desjardins hasn't been there consistently, but this team is still good enough. Still has a very good quarterback. One of the best rushers in the division. I don't know.
Yeah, they're only
just
right
seeing
now.
them. It's I don't know. There's one thing they could maybe sustaining drives. I feel like Ludo does complete passes, and maybe when they get to the red zone, it's a little bit tougher.
Yeah, this team's 2-12 in the last 14 after coming off a semifinals loss to the then Jagerbomb champions in fall of 2021.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you think it is? I mean, and I don't think you see too many of their games, but it's like...
Yeah, I don't know. Like, that division didn't get, like, that much stronger.
And they always have a good, like, a solid-ish roster with, like, having subs. Like, they have their fans there. Like, they take it seriously. Yeah, I don't know. Still winless, eh, Rossos?
Yeah.
Come on, boys. You're better than that. Let's go.
So, Division 4.
Those were all the games in D3?
Yeah.
Nice.
So Kevin couldn't make it, so we had Rob filling in for the D4 Phoenix team.
Mm-hmm.
I caught a bit of this game.
Okay.
Even though Rob threw for 4 interceptions, like his game, he played a really good game, I find.
Okay.
It doesn't show it in the stat sheet, right?
Yeah, some of his stats lie.
He went 16 for 28, 144 yards, 3 touchdowns, 4 picks. But on one of his picks, Stu got the pick right back for him, you know?
Hey, my man.
Yeah, a nice pick that Stu got. Almost ran it back, got tackled before line of scrimmage. Rob threw a touchdown right after.
Nice.
You know, we won't see Guillaume a lot for this airborne team this year. I think he's pretty badly injured. His son Benoit was telling me his career might be over.
Really?
Yeah, something like with his back or shoulder or his elbow.
That's why, like
old age, basically.
Everything. Okay, yeah, basically named all the body parts. That's why McSweeney's throwing for these guys, eh?
Yeah, well, he split the duties with Ben.
Okay.
They both combined for 14 total completions. Shoot. Ben had the lone touchdown. McSweeney had the pair of picks. But one thing that stood out, McSweeney's an athlete.
Oh yeah,
like,
100%.
He's way too good to be playing in this division.
All around stud, yeah.
And so is Alex. Pronounce last name?
Zaplitsky.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's crazy to think that a team with those two guys on.
Zaplitsky played?
I believe so.
For Airborne?
Yes. He's on the roster.
Like full time.
Yeah, I know he was a sub on this one, but I thought he was on the roster because he had a jersey and everything.
Still surprising to see them lose with that roster.
With those two guys. Just those two guys should be enough to win you a game in D4, right?
100%.
But that just goes to show how well-rounded this Phoenix team is, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they have a weakness on this team. No. And even though missing their quarterback, Rob filling in, like, hey, no Kevin, no problem, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You know how old Ben is? Guillaume's son?
17.
No.
Hot or cold? Okay, wait. Let me see another. 16.
Younger.
15?
He's 14.
For real?
Yeah. he's already like 8 foot tall.
He's 14.
Yeah. Like, think how good this guy's gonna be when he's gonna be like 18.
Wow. He's got legs like a deer.
Yeah, and he's a fairly decent quarterback.
Yeah.
He's a good overall player at that age. Like.
So now you wonder why. Now you know why I call him Baby Maynard.
You call? Oh yeah.
Baby Maynard. Damn, good stuff, Baby Maynard.
There were also back-to-back safeties in this game.
For real.
Yeah. So props
those
to both
poor
rushers.
refs. I used to grab the bags.
The time was stopped though, and Gabriel I think was scorekeeping that game, and it still ended like.
Well, Tom didn't actually stop.
Who was it? I think it was Greg D'Alessio, and then it was Khalil for Phoenix.
Nice. They're two solid teams, though.
Well, Phoenix is a solid team.
Yeah.
Airborne could go from being the number 1 seed to the last place team,
just
right?
like that, yeah.
Because right now they are sitting at 0-3 and last.
That is surprising. No, that is very surprising. Like even this team just defensively should be with Greg. I believe Greg's probably rushing.
Yeah.
And with like you got Maynard and even that one game Splitsky in the back, and McSweeney playing defense. The defense should be able to carry them.
What driver's name is?
That's so cool.
You subbed in for Marvin again.
Yes, I did. I did not throw 7 interceptions this time.
That's good.
I actually threw 0. I only threw 3 touchdowns, but it was enough for the win. We won 20-15 against Mustard Tigers.
Nice.
That was the fun. It was a lot of long drives, like teams not finishing. Shout out to Diana, I believe it was. Really good receiver on the wide left. She basically caught all the passes I threw to her. Played really well. Jeremy got a nice catch on 4th down. I believe he got all 3 of our TDs. Marv's got a solid squad for these Revenants team.
Actually, I think there's going to be a mistake in the stats because Jeremy got 2.
Okay.
And Mathieu got 1.
Okay.
Was that the case, or?
Shoot, you could have told me I got all 3 and I would have said yeah.
Fair.
But it was a fun game. It was like a lower scoring game, but it was still competitive. Both defenses had a good game. I was happy we were able to get the win.
That's great. Any other game in D4 that you saw?
Was there another game you refed? You said you refed a lot of D45s.
Oh yeah, this one here. Randoms and Idaho Ida Pimps.
Yeah, I picked randoms now when I went back and forth.
Who did I pick?
You picked Idaho.
Really?
Yes, you did.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, me too.
So, where did I start in this game?
You ref this game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I was training a ref. I was there. I watched this game.
Okay.
I think I refed it, yeah. David Brisson, not sure if he's the quarterback for this team or just filling in.
Mm-hmm.
Had a very clean game. Was taking what the defense was giving him. 13 for 22, 103 yards and 3 touchdowns. No interceptions. That was the key in this close game.
Mm-hmm.
He ran 4 times for 66 yards and a touchdown. He had that long run of about like 30 yards for a touchdown to get their first score of the game.
He's a good runner. It's a boy from Sneaky Snakes, eh?
Yes. And randoms were up 12-7 at half. Right? And then I think Udo started with the ball. Scored.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't get the convert, but they were up 13-12. And then it was all Udo in the second half. Because this first half was kind of back and forth.
Yeah.
I think Rob threw all 3 of his picks, or at least 2 of the 3, in the second half.
Okay.
He went 20 for 30, 182 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Not all the picks were his fault. Some went off the receivers.
I love the football he uses, by the way. It's gold, eh?
Yeah.
Bro, that's sick.
It's a little weird, though, eh?
It is, but it's like kind of like a big... Oh, okay, you know that the game, the deal or no deal in French? It's like with the it's a cock.
Yeah.
The egg.
I don't watch French TV.
You know, my grandmother used to watch the show all the time. And
You
it was
watch
like...
French TV?
No, my grandmother would. When I was like pretend sick and I would like go to her place. It was like the football reminds me of that.
Okay.
Like it's like deal or no deal, but French.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of random. But anyways, I really like the football.
Eric Emo balling out for them. 6 catches, 81 yards, 1 touchdown. Even on defense, he was all over the place, getting 7 total tackles.
That man, flying in the air.
On Udo team, Eric Christian Schloschet. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Shiachet. Here, you're good at pronouncing names. How do you pronounce this?
Which one? Shiachet.
Yeah, there you go. He got 6 tackles and a pick for the Udo defense.
Nice.
Wow,
talk about being everywhere on the field.
Yeah. It was kind of a team win for Udo, yeah.
It's weird to say, eh?
Yeah, you're saying Idaho. So good win for them.
Nice.
When you look at the standings now, is that their first win?
I do not believe
that was their first win.
It was Udo's first win?
Yes.
Damn.
So much needed win for them.
Yeah, good stuff.
Randoms,
I believe, were already in a good spot.
They were 2-1, yeah.
Okay.
And then there was also one last D4 game.
Yeah.
Cyclones, Ben Lofat. Did you get to see it?
I didn't, but...
The score surprises me
yes,
a little bit, right?
What's happening with the Cyclones?
No Lazar, maybe? But they got Alex Zalipski.
Zalipski, yes. And they still got a very good team, even without Lazar. But the Cyclones had won their first 2 games, I believe. And this is still one of the top teams in the division. To see them putting up 54 points is very, very surprising. I saw the score and I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the stats. So David Michaud was quarterback binned in D3, went 15 of 17, 281 yards, and 7 TDs, no picks.
Wow.
Talk about that's not efficient. That's just being a baller. And 110 of those yards going to Bardi, 92 of them going to Lacombe, 2 TDs, 3 TDs. It's as if he was just throwing deep balls the whole game. He averaged 18.7 yards of completion.
That's crazy.
That's 4 verticals.
Yeah. On like a high completion percentage of 15 for 17, which is 88%.
And this is a solid. There you go. And this is a solid Cyclones team.
I'll bring it back. Keep talking.
This is a very solid Cyclones team, to say the least. So kind of surprising there to see the Cyclones losing by that score. Yannick, 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions in this game, Terry. I expect them to bounce back. I'll ask the question to myself since no one else is here. Is this more of an impressive win for Bin Lofat, or is it more worrisome for the Cyclones? I'm going to say it's more impressive for Bin Lofat. They're athletic.
Guess what they forgot?
What?
Coffee or McFlurry. What would you want said?
Did they actually forget one of the two?
Because usually when we order McDonald's at this hour, it's very late at night, they either don't give us some coffee or McFlurry. Which one do you think?
They forgot the McFlurry?
Nope.
They forgot the coffee?
Nope.
They forgot neither?
We got everything.
Oh, you got me good, bro. Sick.
What did that have ruined your night?
My God, that would 100%. You got Oreo too?
Yeah, I just did times 2 for each.
We're just doing this because we're celebrating Terry's 2 thingamajiggies there. So respect, when Terry wins, I win. We all win, you win. But yeah, so Terry, I asked the question. I answered it myself, since you were getting anything from Mahmoud out there. But More impressive win by Bin Lofat or more worrisome loss by Cyclones? I'll tell you. I said more impressive by Bin Lofat, but I am surprised to see Cyclones give up 54. Almost shocked. I am shocked.
I have to agree with you on that one. Because putting up 26 is not like a bad offensive game, right?
No, but they give it 54.
Yeah.
God, I love my flurries.
Yeah.
No, they get 54 points.
Yeah. That's a lot. It's a lot.
It's more than a lot.
But they don't got their star safety now. Who's guarding?
No, they got some guys.
He's covering the whole field by himself.
They got some experienced guys. They got Jaden on there who can play. They got Satopliski who can play. You got Kevin. You got Biddle. You have the Barbara and Kayla mom connection and daughter connection. No excuses. Come on, Cyclones. Pick it up. Let's go.
Yeah. Let me just look at something.
And like I said last week, Cyclones have really nice jerseys, though. That's one thing I'll give them.
Yeah, I didn't get to see those jerseys. What time were they playing at?
I don't know what time they were playing. I should completely forget when I saw them play.
There you go.
Thank you. But yeah, impressive win by Bin Lofat and good stuff.
So D5, I got a lot of D5 games too. Did you see any D5 games?
Nope. I did not.
Let's see now. We could start with TD Hunters and Sour Peeps.
Yep. I actually switched. I picked Sour Peeps and then went back to TD Hunters.
Why'd you switch?
I wasn't being fair to TD Hunters.
Didn't we say we couldn't switch?
No, I switched on air.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And TD Hunters in a low-scoring game. No, I didn't see any of that. Did you see that one?
Yeah,
Good defense, bad offense. Both. That means both. Okay, all good.
No, a lot of punts by Sour Peeps. So I spoke to them after the game. Just like, there's a new quarterback in the game. He has a ton of experience. Very nice guy. And like, I get it. Like, if you don't want to get killed, right? If you're going for it like in your own zone on like 4th and 10 from your 5-yard line, there's a better chance you won't get it, right? But if you're a new quarterback and you're only throwing 3 balls a drive and you're always punting, you're not gonna get better that way.
I agree 1,000%.
Like, you would never punt the ball no matter what.
Never.
And I can understand, like, let's say it's a 1-score game, or you're up 1 score, you have the ball in your 5-yard line, 4th down, it's probably better you do punt.
I wouldn't, but yes, I agree.
Yeah,
I would never punt.
You're up 6.
Yeah.
The ball in your 5. 4th down and 10. You would punt.
When I'm playing football, P-U-N-T does not exist. It's not in my vocabulary. However, we've seen this often out of Bitter Boys, Spritz Gang, and now Sour Peeps.
Yeah. They trust that defense.
They trust the defense. And well, it's like Mario's a coach, right? And I think that like that probably plays a lot into it. Like usually, like a more mature decision would be to probably punt in those situations. So
yeah.
I totally get that. But no, I'm with you. I think like you want to get the ball's the most important possession. Yeah. And I'm kidding when it's like there are times obviously I would punt, but it's like in very rare circumstances. So especially in those divisions, like let's say even if the other team gets about the 5-yard line, doesn't mean they're going to score.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, it's tough for in the red zone to score, right? Like, that's a fact.
Yeah, but it's tougher to drive the whole field and score.
Yes, that is true. You have a point there.
I also spoke with Goldrick after this game. I was really impressed with this quarterback play.
Yeah.
17 for 30, 135, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. But usually you see these lower division quarterbacks, like, trying to go deep, trying to run these, like, complicated routes, stuff that won't get their players open. You got to keep it simple. And he was keeping it simple. I think he ran, like, all hooks almost every second play.
Kiss. Keep it simple, silly.
That was weird.
Bro, don't get any ideas there, bro.
Anyway. You're like, what is this fucking idiot saying right now?
Everyone knows Kiss, bro. It's actually keep it simple, stupid, but I changed it to silly.
Okay. Yeah, running like all hooks on almost every second play. Tommy Sikut coming up clutch on key third downs, those sure hands, 6 catches for 44 yards, getting 1 point convert. Michael also 5 catches, 43 yards.
Our very own Michael.
Yeah, our very own Michael.
He's been like blossoming through our eyes. No, for real. He has been.
He caught these 2 drag routes and took them for like 15 yards. Like that too. Like Goldrick knew, they saw they were playing man most of the time or whatever.
Yeah.
Turning it on one end, having Michael drag with his speed, turning it up for like a first down. Like,
you know what we call that? High IQ.
Yeah, you don't see D5 teams really doing that, right?
Yeah, good stuff.
Ezra, hope I'm pronouncing that right. 4 catches, 32 yards, and 2 really nice touchdowns for this team. On Sour Peep's side, it was Pierre-Olivier, the snapper, that got 7 catches, 49 yards, leading the way. He was captain punt on the team.
Really, eh? Yeah. Like, let's punt?
Yeah. Flavie Rivard, I think she's the captain of the actual captain of the team.
Yeah.
10 tackles. She was literally tackling everything.
I remember there was a game, I had to scorekeep and I came late because I was getting Jaff coffee or something, and like I watched 4 plays and she made like 3 tackles in 4 plays. And like all of them where she like left her zone and made like a spectacular tackle. That's underrated. You talk about like, because tackles could be, okay, you're getting beat, but usually when you're short, like you're in your position of making a tackle.
I didn't really see her miss any tackles.
Right, that's what I mean. Good
also,
stuff.
I put a note here. I was hitting on Sour Peeps punting, but their best field position of the day was after they punted. Golchik threw his only interception of the game, and they got the ball back in the red zone. So, had they not punted, but they ended up scoring on that drive.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say that's when they got the only touchdown.
No.
Punt more. See what happens. I mean, sorry. Go for it more. Trust. Just trust.
So D5, I also caught the Armadillos Misfits game. Well, Misfits, I think they changed the name to Lesniak, Team Lesniak, or
okay,
the Lesniaks.
That's cool.
Yeah, Lesniak's a cannon of an arm.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I mean, like pops it back, like it goes like here, and then he throws it.
I'm scared like his spine's gonna crack in two the way he takes it all the way back. He completed 10 passes for 156 yards.
If my math is correct, that's 15.6 yards per pass.
Yeah,
per completion.
I think his first completion was a 45-yard bomb to Zach Goldig, but this game was all Armadillos from beginning to end.
My man Pio's been playing very well.
Pio is a really good quarterback. Like,
yes.
He's... Enjoy it because it's probably going to be the last time you could throw in D5. He's really good. And I'd say he's too good for to quarterback in D5. He was picking apart the defense like how he wanted. Like 24 for 38, 213 yards, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. And he wasn't just like dinking and dunking running simple plays. Like he was doing like deep outs, crossers, posts. Like he was going through his whole playbook. I think he was having fun out there. And like precise, on target, hitting... Ryan Charpentier twice in stride down the sideline. Sorry, I said Ryan. I meant Philip Charpentier. Finishing with 7 catches for 84 yards, a touchdown, a 1-point convert.
Pio is like, you just look at him and he looks like a quarterback.
Yeah.
And like you see him like, you go to
the way
park,
he throws.
Yeah, you see him throw like a 5-yard hook or like a post route. Like he has the quarterback mechanics.
Yeah.
He's a QB.
Maybe I could ask him, show me how to like throw nicer balls. Like just... My balls end up nice, but like it look nice. When
Don't get your hopes up, but if anyone can do it, Pio can. Yeah, that was. I'm surprised how one-sided that game was, though.
Yeah.
I picked Misfits in that one. But I think they'll be okay. You talked about Zach Goldig, very good defender, good receiver.
Yeah, they're still first in Division 5, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Then I didn't get much of this game, but I heard there's going to be a QB controversy in D5.
I heard so too.
About Battle of Cousets. Is that the one you heard?
Yes.
Okay.
Baby Cousset and not Baby Cousset.
Yeah, well, I told Nick, just tell your father he could quarterback D4 and you'll quarterback D5. It's fair? He's like, no, my dad wants it. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm like, okay. You already become like your dad. 14 for 26, 123 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Impressive.
Adding 36 yards with his legs on 3 carries.
Impressive for a guy making one. It may have been his first start at quarterback. Don't question mark. But for a guy who hasn't played much before to not throw a pick, that's impressive.
Yeah. Especially since Nick going in that game would want to like showboat.
Yeah, 100%.
Prove he's the best.
He was trying to do the opposite of his dad and throw less than 4 picks.
Yeah, and he did that. He did that very well. How many picks does Kevin have in D5?
All kidding aside, do you think there could be QB controversy in Division 5?
Well, I mean,
Phoenix.
Kevin has 6 touchdowns and 10 interceptions in 3 games.
And what was the record with Kevin?
2-1.
So,
sorry.
I don't think
1 and 2.
1 and 2. Like a small sample size. They're 1-0 with Baby Cousset. So they're 2-2 now. We joke, but all kidding aside, is there a chance Kev decides to throw D4 and lets his son throw D5?
No chance.
I agree. I just wanted to
no chance.
say it for television purposes.
But if Nick would take... Was Nick the snapper of this team?
No, I don't think so.
But if ever Nick would take over and you have Kevin as a snapper...
That's
I don't know, he
true.
hasn't snapped in like a year or so.
No, that's true though. And Kevin's offensive rating wouldn't bust the cap, would it?
I doubt it.
Yeah.
Well, he has the almost identical offensive rating as Nick right now.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll find out soon enough. Kevin's going to be back this weekend, right?
He should be.
Okay, we'll find out soon enough if there is QB controversy. Maybe the first pick Kevin throws gets picked off. Then
but Kevin's also the coach and GM, so like you have to make the call to sit himself.
That's true. Yeah, you have to literally call and answer and like say, "Hey Kev, hey Kev." Yeah.
Kind of like Jerry Jones, like, eh?
Yeah. Good call.
I did see Heisenberg's jersey, and they're nice though.
The green limeish ones, eh? Yeah, they are nice.
Okay.
Good group players too. I like them. Nice group.
That's it.
We can't even do Brossard this week because there was literally no Brossard.
Yeah.
Again, shout out to everybody that came on Sunday to Champs to John's cousin's bar. It was a super fun time. Like to do it once a year. Maybe we'll do it more often. But
twice a year. We do it.
Do we do it twice?
Yeah.
Oh, after each season?
Yeah.
Minus winter because winter doesn't count.
Exactly.
Okay, nice. Twice. We'll do it 3 times.
Yeah. So we make our picks?
Picks. And we'll do our picks. Let's even start doing our picks in Brossard. I think that's only fair.
We did do that last time, no?
We started in Brossard?
No,
let's start in Brossard. Because we didn't talk about Brossard this week.
Okay.
See Brossard? Come on, you can't say it, you guys. Let's go.
So should we put this in the Brossard segment and just do the picks? Or should we...
No, you can put picks and in brackets write...
Brossard included?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Red Knot Skins, KLB.
KLB.
KLB. Buccaneer Ravens, Buccaneers.
Buccaneer.
KLB Old School.
KLB.
I'll go Old School. Red Knot Skins, Ravens.
Red Knot Skins.
Red Knot Skins. Oh, how many Brossard games are there? Lahore Typhoons.
Man, isn't this supposed to be NFL? How are they going to watch NFL play these games? Give me Lahore, please.
You want to go D5? You want to go
Is it for Brossard?
Yeah.
Yeah, D5.
Heisenberg Armadillos.
Armadillos, PO, keep rolling.
Armadillos as well. Lesniak Sour Peeps. Go with the Lesniaks.
Lesniaks, bounce back game.
Vultures Phoenix. I'm going with Vultures in this one.
Me too.
And Kevin throws at least 3 picks.
In the first half.
Cobra Kai Vultures.
Vultures 2-0.
I agree. Armadillos Mimosa Crew. Armadillos 2-0.
Armadillos.
The last call, TD Hunters.
Ooh. Give me the last call.
I'm going with TD Hunters.
Nice.
Pocket Rockets Phoenix.
Is this Division 4?
Yes. Division
Folks,
4.
it's Division 4. Ah, man. Give me Pocket Rockets.
Pocket Rockets stay undefeated.
Okay, what do we say about switching our picks?
I don't really care. Do whatever you want.
Okay, fair. Next.
Are you going to switch your picks?
No.
Just let me know so I can do the same.
What?
Like, if you're saying you don't want to switch picks, let me know so I don't switch picks.
Oh, got you. Fair. Respect.
Mustard Tigers Airborne.
Mustard Tigers.
Yeah. Gotta go Mustard Tigers. Pocket Rockets Airborne. Airborne are going to go in 2.
Airborne in that one.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
They're going to get their first win against an undefeated team?
Airborne in that one.
That's a bold prediction.
Thank you.
Cyclones against a team that has no logo.
Cyclones.
Idaho Ida Pimps.
Oof.
I'm going to go Idaho.
I'm going Cyclones.
Randoms Drama Club.
Randoms.
I'm going to go Drama Club.
Okay.
Now we're in Division 3, if you want to let the audience know.
Division 3. Yo, I was thinking about it as we were making our picks. We should say we're not able to switch our picks. Because if somebody just listens and they say, oh, you picked us, and they say, I actually switched my pick. Like, not everyone reads articles. We should do whatever it says on air stays.
Okay.
Can we agree on that?
You
just have to say yes or no, bro.
Yeah, no, we could definitely agree on it.
Agreed.
But no, we agree on it. But you could tell someone at the park, I said that because I didn't do my homework.
No. Okay, stamped, okay?
Yeah.
Agreed.
On one condition. You write them down.
Write down.
Like you.
I'm not doing your picks. Remember to wipe your own keister too?
Oh, you did it last week for me?
Bro, the sun's...
Okay, the week that I do the podcast, the whole thing, you write down my picks. And then I won't switch them.
Fine.
That way you confirm. You have to do it for yourself anyway, so...
Yeah, I guess. Fine.
Thanks.
Okay.
Invictus against Double Dippers.
Invictus, those are your boys, eh?
Yeah.
Frenchies.
What'd you call them?
The French guys. Always. Invictus.
They also speak English.
Yeah, but they're French.
I'm going Double Dippers.
Yeah?
Leon always bounces back.
Every time I want to pick them...
Arnold's raw sauce. Is this the week? I'm going Arnold's 1,000%.
Going raw sauce.
No! Yes. What do they say? Fool me once, shame on you.
You fool me twice, shame on me.
Fool me three times, I'm a fucking idiot.
Well, I'll be an effing idiot. I'm going raw sauce.
Bins, Idaho. Idaho.
Oh, I'm supposed to throw for Idaho in this one.
No, really?
Yes, but I don't know if I'll be there.
Really? They asked you to throw?
Yes. Okay, so I'll say can't pick it in case I throw.
Okay, who's going to throw if you can't throw?
That's a good question.
Do you know if Brady threw all their games so far?
Maybe you. No, Brady didn't. I don't think.
Yeah,
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Because they had a bye last week.
Where'd he go?
Somewhere hot.
Nice. Hope you're enjoying your summer hot vacation.
He is.
Oh, you spoke to him?
Yep. Why are you so surprised?
Because you don't know where he went.
What?
Because you don't know where he
I
went.
said, I hope you're having a nice vacation. He said, thanks, I am. And we talked about other stuff. Like, I started off, hey, Brady, hope you're having a nice vacation. And I said, they said, hey, well, I am, thank you. And then we get into conversation. So, yes, he is. Why didn't you just text him to see if he was having a nice vacation, bro? You were close. We're like twins.
Yeah, you didn't text me though. I find that out.
Exactly. Here's the sign.
Jagerbomb Marvels.
Oh my goodness! You know Marvels have lost all three of the games by like a combined 1 point, even though that's not possible. I'm going Marvels.
They lost. They're 1-3 and they have a -6 plus minus. I'm going Marvels as well.
Nice.
Thunder Buddies next to these.
I'm going. Can't pick it. Oh, you can't pick this one either, right? Because you're on the captain.
The week I decide to pick Outlaws games, I get burned. Spritz Gang, Red Raiders.
Red Raiders.
Same.
What's the point spread in that one?
13.5.
I'm going 26.5.
Point spread? Are you taking the over or the under?
You mean am I taking Red Raiders or starting to cover?
Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah.
Red Raiders.
So you think they're going to win by more than 26.5?
Yeah.
No, I take Spritz Gang in that.
What about 13.5?
I take Red Raiders.
What is your final score prediction for this game?
I said being between a 2 and 3 possession game. So I could see like 38-20.
Fair.
What do you see?
So I go like 33-6, which is exactly 27. Don't punt. Don't punt.
Outlaws Trollers.
Oh!
Okay, calm down, buddy.
Trollers.
Are we going to see over 120 points?
Should have. Are you allowed to pick this game or no? Yeah, you are.
I don't know anymore.
Okay, you picked last week. Yes, so yes, you can pick. I'm going Trollers.
I'm going Outlaws.
Okay.
Gros Coq, A-Team. Fuck.
That's just fun. Gotta go with my boys, A-Team.
I'm also going with A-Team. I feel every time I go with Gros Coq, they always prove me wrong. And when I pick against them, they prove me wrong too.
It's a lose-lose.
Yeah. I think Gros Coq win this game, but I'm picking A-Team because I feel that if I pick Gros Coq, they wouldn't win the game.
No, so you're going Go Clock, that means.
No, my pick is A-Team.
If I had a gun to your head and you had to get the right answer, what would you say?
Gros Coq.
So you're picking Go Cook.
Okay, you decide that?
Yeah. No, you just decided it for me.
You could think a team's not going to win the game and still pick them, right?
If you're a fool, maybe.
Iron Nose Centurions. I gotta go with Iron Nose. Haven't seen Centurions play in a while. That's it?
Good episode. You good?
Yeah.
I
was playing with the mouse.
There was one last thing we forgot to do.
Oh, bold predictions.
Yes, sir.
We already did our bold predictions.
What? Stop capping. This week, we're going to go bold predictions. We get as many as we want in any
Saying
division.
we get all our shit from McDonald's is pretty bold.
What?
Saying we would get all our shit from McDonald's is pretty bold.
Facts, but it's actually hitting the spot. Okay, you know what? You go first this time, as you always do. I'm going to think of one. Pick any division, any game, any player. Do whatever you want.
Okay, I say Spritz Gang and Sour Peeps together punt for a combined 3 times or less.
So listen to me.
Well, I mean, I told them at the field.
You told them that too.
I literally said when I was recapping the Sour Peeps game, I told them stop punting.
You said that?
Yeah.
I'm not sure you did, but I guess I wasn't
That is a
listening.
new quarterback. They need all the drives they can get.
Where was I? I'm going to go... Allahs are playing Trollers, eh?
Yeah.
You know what they say? They say YOLO. Both Steve and Max throw for double-digit TDs.
Really?
Yep.
Does it come down to the last play?
Yes, where the defense holds still.
Really?
Yep.
So the team that's going to be marching will be down, not tied at this point.
Correct.
Wow.
And the Trollers defense will stand still. I pick Trollers. I got to...
I could see everything happening, but I cannot see it coming down to the defense standing still. Like, in my head, it's impossible. Like, if you're going to score that many points, you're definitely going to score on the last drive.
That's what they call them, bold.
Yeah, that's good.
Thanks.
Well, thanks for listening.
Yes.
We really appreciate the 30 viewers we have.
Yeah, I think there's 31 now.
Don't forget about the contest. Like,
Yes.
comment, subscribe, share. Tell your
100%.
parents this is the league you play in. Show them the video.
Yes. I know that some people have, I've seen some, girlfriends come up to me and say, oh, my boyfriend plays in this league,
You're joking?
No. Once I was at an MFL game in Greg DeLesio's. I'm not sure if his wife is a girlfriend coach. And he said, oh, yeah, you're the guy from MFL. I'm like, yeah. So it's cool that they're showing their family members. It wasn't meant to be
The league's
weird or
legit.
anything.
Look at this.
That is really cool. This is
Maybe you'll get one day.
Hey, don't worry, my time's coming. My time is coming. Yes, we don't know.
Congrats to Tommy and Matt again.
1,000%. And to a kid, but congrats to you again. 2 well-deserved trophies. Player, very much so. And as a builder, like I said, basically doing John's job since you got into the league.
Just some stuff.
Great stuff there, yeah. There's some little
Makes
stuff.
the trophies.
That is true. I hope to be at the field this week, folks. I'm not sure I'll be there. Trust me, I'm going to do my very best to be there. If not, stay safe. Give me some recaps. Text me, slide in my DMs, and enjoy some MFL, folks. Saturday.
See you Saturday.